Getting set for our first of two huge championship matches. And our first chance to see the Oracle in action. Well, do you think he foresees a victory and winning the light heavyweight title here tonight, Christian?
Well, if the Oracle could predict the future, the first thing it would tell you is that he's in for a hell of a match against the champion, Mr. 450. If he could predict the future, he would talk to you about the bruising that he's in, the bruising that he's about to take from our light heavyweight champion. If he could predict the future, he might not have showed up tonight because he's going up against one of the biggest tests in PCW, Mr. 450, the light heavyweight champion. Let's see what the Oracle's got.
And vice versa. These two know each other extremely well, but they've never faced off until now.
His opponent,
And here you see it. Well, he certainly has his war face on tonight. Christian Cole, Mr. 450, the last of his kind, but the first ever PCW light heavyweight champion. Will it stay that way tonight? Part one of this big double championship main event.
450, a world traveler, a professional wrestler who has competed all over the planet Earth. I wouldn't be surprised if he's had some sort of crazy stipulation match on Jupiter. I mean, this guy is everywhere, from Puerto Rico to New York, from Florida to California. And 450 has proven himself here in PCW, and PCW is where he wants to stay as he adorns the PCW light heavyweight champion. He is our inaugural champion.
Certainly is, and what a road it was when you think about who he went through. I mean, similar to Pentagon Jr., who we will see defend his title against Rob Van Dam. This man, Mr. 450, had to go through Kevin Martinson and Scorpio Sky on the same night. To say he earned that title would be putting it mildly.
That's exactly right. I mean, just look at the presence, look at the ring gear, look at the mask. It's psychological warfare as soon as 450 hits the ring. Will the Oracle be intimidated by our champion? Will it be enough to give 450 the advantage? What of a hell of a good-looking champion Mr. 450 is.
Yeah, but we got to talk about the Oracle. Perhaps nobody knows 450 like the Oracle. They've traveled together, they've trained together, and Dan Masters here to set the stage for this championship contest.
the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Your official for this championship match, Mickey Morano. Introducing first our challenger. He hails from Puerto Rico. He weighs in tonight at 181 pounds. The Oracle. His opponent is the current reigning and defending PCW Light Heavyweight Champion. He hails from the Upside Down. He is the last of his kind, Mr. 450. One fall, 30 minutes for the PCW Light Heavyweight Championship.
Crowd soundly behind Mr. 450, the reigning champion, because they witnessed firsthand that climb to the title, the matches that he had to go through, earning a lot of respect, beating Martinson and Sky. I mean, what a hellacious path he took. But now having to face somebody that knows him quite well, not as a competitor, but as a compadre, somebody that's trained with him, traveled with him. And that is a unique challenge, is it not, to the champion?
It certainly is a unique challenge, Todd. I mean, when you know your partner so well, I mean, is it an advantage? Is it a disadvantage? Maybe you've studied him, but maybe he's gonna call an audible to come into the match and do things differently. We will see here in this light heavyweight championship bout.
They've traveled the globe together. They were part of the LWO together, that Latino World Order. And here we see a sincere handshake, unlike what we saw with Martinson and Hammerstone earlier on in the night. And Oracle eats a leg kick early. Oracle, in his youth, would see visions of a serpent, and it was a symbol to him that it was his lot in life to take on evil. Well, he's not going to have to take on evil, but he's going to have to take on one of his best friends here tonight. Unique competition for both, but as I was mentioning before, gold is thicker than friendship, than blood. It's all about competition here in PCW.
That's exactly right. The guy with the belt ends up getting more dollars. And more dollars is what this industry is all about. Mr. 450 has the light heavyweight championship, which means he will be here booked every single time. His rate goes up, his celebrity goes up, and Oracle wants that, Todd Kennedy. Oracle wants to take that away from him. But first, he's going to have to get out of this arm wringer.
We saw from Oracle in his tournament matches for the light heavyweight title that he is a great striker as well. But do you think he'll be a little hesitant to pull the trigger, at least initially? Do you think it might be more fundamental like we're seeing here, Christian?
Well, we're seeing fundamentals here, Todd, and that could be to your point, but in reality, this thing could turn into a brawl. These guys are going to see white, and they're going to come at each other, and they're going to fight, because only one of them will walk away with the PCW Light Heavyweight Championship.
Pacific Coast Wrestling, all about first-time matchups, bringing you something you have never seen, and that is the case here. These two synonymous with one another, but it is the first time they have ever faced off one-on-one, and we bring it to you right here at Pacific Coast Wrestling.
Collar and elbow tie-up and a quick headlock there now from 450. 450 controlling the action in the center of the ring, right where he wants to be, but now Oracle taking him over to the ropes.
And 450, unlike last time, he doesn't really have to pace himself quite as much. Last time when he won the title, he knew to get there he had to get 2 victories, 2 straight matches.
That's exactly right. 450 needing to conserve some energy at tidal wave, but in here he could just go all out.
Nice head scissors takedown there by Oracle. Oh man, 450 looking for the arm drag, did not get it. Nice counter again by Oracle, and again, these two like a mirror image of each other. Attempted leg sweep, nobody home, roundhouse kick. And a kick up there by Oracle, and the fans love the action thus far.
And Mr. 450 with a smile on his face as he circles the ring talking to veteran referee Mickey Moreno. I don't think he's been so impressed with Oracle's agility.
Oracle hip toss looking for the moonsault, gets just enough of it. And really keeping the champion, Mr. 450, on his heels on the defensive. Oracle is the more aggressive of the two right now, and why wouldn't he be? He's the champion. Oh, what a spear, my goodness, from the outside inside. And now Oracle to the outside to take a breather. Ay, Dios mío.
And what's 450 thinking here as he hits the ropes? He flies!
Oh, did you see the speed? It looked like somebody hit the fast forward button.
And both men crashing into the barricade, both men taking the brunt of that energy.
Well, in the immortal words of Darth Vader, you may dispense with the pleasantries. I think friendship time is over. It's time to compete for the gold.
I'd have to agree with you, Todd, as 450 now plays to the crowd, taking his time on the outside. And a chop that you can hear from across the arena and through our headphones at the commentary position.
He did that to Martinson, he did it to Sky. I questioned if he would do it to one of his best friends, the Oracle, but question answered. C
indeed, as now 450 sends Oracle back into the ring and sets up on the outside of the apron, entering the ring himself. He wants to have a match in the middle, and he's gonna go for a pin right here.
And Oracle, more so than 450, had to be leery of the count on the outside. Champion's advantage in effect here. If Oracle wants to walk away the light heavyweight champion, he's got to pin 450 or force him to submit in this championship matchup.
And another huge chop by 450. And you know, Todd, when you get chopped like that, it's not just the skin contact, that swelling pain in your chest. It can actually stop your breathing for a moment. It can actually change the course of the match because you'll get more tired from taking those types of blows.
Well, and it's referred to as a knife edge chop for a reason. I mean, I can go right through you like a hot knife through butter. 450 has taken physical control. Oh my goodness, a whole lot of orgullo, pride from both guys, and I really think he can throw the friendship out the window. What a shot! Right off his feet goes Oracle. I don't think he saw that one coming.
And Mr. 450, my eyes don't mistake, I think he just got spit in his face. Oracle just literally spitting up into the face of 450 and eating a massive chop as a receipt. And this crowd is sternly behind Mr. 450, our light heavyweight champion.
I think Oracle taking offense to those words, that show of bravado by the champion. Falling slam now by 450, and he's got him set in a perfect position. 450 so deadly off the top.
And what's 450 thinking here as he goes towards the corner? Oh, wow! A springboard moonsault, and he missed.
The obvious answer would be 450, but not in that case. Springboard moonsault, and look at now adjusting the knee. He might have hit hard coming down with that miss.
That's actually a great observation, Todd. 450 now grabbing onto the right knee, favoring that knee, and is it pain or is it just issues with his gear and his knee pads? Time will tell. Looks like he's limping a little bit here.
Using the ropes for assistance to get back to a vertical base, but I don't know if Oracle is aware of it. Little sidestep, a little
and what is this?
Ole, and now Oracle! Corkscrew, crossbody to the outside.
And the Oracle showing every bit of his agility and his daredevil-like position, jumping over with a corkscrew, landing on top of his opponent, and will this put him in a position to get 450 in the ring and get the cover and go home with the light heavyweight championship?
High risk offense by Oracle, and fittingly enough, we might be looking at the future champion covering the distance there with that flying clothesline. Back and forth action here, title on the line. Round and round they go. Where they stop, only Oracle knows. Swinging. Head scissors takedown, and that's got to disorient the champ.
Yeah, and that big boot by the right foot of Oracle also going to hurt 450. And what is this? Going for a Hurricane Rana there, but 450 stopping him and putting him up into a powerbomb position. What will we see here?
What is he doing here? Oh, what a counter by the Oracle!
Incredible!
But what in the hell was 450 gonna do? Powerbomb him to the outside?
Man.
Title on the line, these two going for broke.
We're friends, Todd. You wouldn't do that to me, would you?
I don't know, don't test me.
Oracle
now
this?
springboard!
Oh my God!
Acai moonsault to the outside, and I think he caught him with his knees.
The knees landing right on the neck and shoulder area of 450. And all of Oracle's body weight, including the momentum of that moonsault, taking out 450. And will we see a 10 count here and a count out?
Usually in a moonsault, a competitor will really stretch out that body to get a full press on the way down. Oracle kept those knees tucked so that he could strike, and what a precision strike it was.
Really brilliant. A brilliant move there, and a great observation by Utah Kennelly. I mean, he put his body on the line to try and land those knees, and now coming towards the commentary booth.
He's got his sights, I think, set on that title. Taking a little, oh man, a lot of distance here, and he gets backdropped right into the crowd. The official allowing some leniency with the count, and now 450 gonna get a runway.
With his hand on his own title, setting up a way here.
Oh, clear for takeoff!
Oh!
Oh my God.
And the vertical jump of 450 clearing the barricade, putting all of his weight onto his opponent. Both men down on the outside amongst the crowd.
Well, and what was high risk for Oracle turned into high reward for the champion, Mr. 450. Cross body to the outside, and now fighting into the crowd. This is not something you normally are going to see in a championship matchup.
Certainly not, and our veteran referee letting it go, really. Mickey Moreno just sort of babysitting on the outside. I mean, these people paid money to see a winner. Wow!
I'll tell you, 450 has some serious dinamita in those shots.
Mucho cojones con todos.
Back in the ringside area now, so in the fray on the outside, the champion getting the better of his opponent, Oracle.
And you could see the exhaustion on both men's faces. Well, really on the face of 450 and the body language of Oracle. This match taking everything from them already.
Oh man, he was looking for the future flash, that swinging DDT from the outside. He gets so much velocity on it, but again, Oracle knows this man. He's seen that. He's seen it execute it to their opponents. Springboard down by Oracle, into a stunner! Oh, that was vertical!
He could be dead.
New champ coming!
Oh, he kicked out! He kicked out!
The only reason, as a neutral broadcaster, that I'm glad that 450 kicked out of that is that I know that he is still among the living.
He's alive. He is alive. An incredible cutter in the middle of the ring. An ace cutter really taking all of the brunt of that on the top of his head was 450, but able to kick out, as now we see the look on his face and the exhaustion from 450 as he needs the ropes to get to a vertical base.
We're catching our breath as the fans letting you know what they think of the action. It is awesome indeed. Another great counter by Oracle, and one in kind, but not kindly there, by the champion, El Campeón.
What's 450 thinking here? Look at the eyes of 450. Look at the menacing look on our champion.
I'm thinking he's wondering if he's in Torrance or Puerto Rico after that cutter, and now perhaps gonna get a little edge for victory.
Will we see the razor's edge here? Will we see 450?
Well, we're right up the road from Disneyland. Maybe a little Splash Mountain, perhaps?
Oh my God!
I can truly say I've never seen that.
2, and 450 punting his opponent off the setup for the razor's edge, just kicking him in the back.
Goal!
Incredible goal there, scored by 450.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, I sure hope they're going to have a cerveza after this one, because we might be seeing the end of this friendship.
Incredible action here. Loving everything that we're seeing from our champion. 450 now setting something up here. What is he going to do?
Taking the fight to the challenger, but no, another big counter by Oracle. He really seems like he's one step ahead, Christian Cole.
And a striking counter. Now Oracle at the top. 2 knees.
New champ coming. History
1,
to be made
2,
here. Clear the way.
No!
Clear. Wow. Thought we were going to clear the way for a brand new champ there, Christian. Incredible action. This one exceeding all expectations.
And we knew, Todd, we knew that this would be a great match, but we had no idea how good it would be.
And this is truly, you know, a sibling rivalry where you don't want to be outshined by your brother. Well, these are two brothers that want to prove that they are the best.
But only one brother's walking out with mommy's love. Only one brother will leave here with the PCW Light Heavyweight Championship. And what will Oracle do to put himself in a position to steal this title?
We've seen a lot of hellacious title matches, but this might be the damnedest one we've seen thus far here in Pacific Coast Wrestling. Who can pull the final trigger? Another lethal strike. Fireman's carry. Driving him down is 450. But Oracle is bouncing back up. What is this guy made of?
This could be it here, Todd. A huge kick. Cover. Pins. Oh my God.
Not
Just
enough.
2.
Not today.
And look at the Oracle as he is exhausted in the center of the ring.
Mr. 450 went through Martinson, went through Sky, but can he put away the Oracle?
And Oracle on his first day in the company, taking 450 to the limit.
Wow.
What's in store for the end of this match?
Can't ask for a better debut than this. Both guys taking aim. I don't know who got the worst of that, but now 450 goes upstairs. Desperation in Zaguri, but it paid off.
Yeah, both guys connecting with that side kick, sort of a karate style side kick, and now 450 answered, but both men down. What will we see here as Moreno starts his count at 1?
Man, I don't want to see a double count out. I want to see a
on,
winner
guys.
here.
Get up, guys.
The champion is sitting now. You really have to get back to your knees to be able to stop the count. And the champion looks to be the fresher of the two. He is close to getting back. He's up. And the referee, a judgment call there. He could have probably continued the count on the Oracle, but he's going to just let this match continue.
Well, with 450 going to the outside of the ring, the count is broken as 450 now maintaining a position towards the top rope, climbing the turnbuckle, setting, and taking too long as the Oracle drops a huge right hand.
Too much tiempo there, too much time. And it is hot in this building. And now on the top, this is a desperation move here. This is a very precarious position for both at this point in the match. I can't see how they could either one could think clearly at this point, Christian.
Well, he better think clearly as 450 as he's at the top rope now, contemplating his next maneuver. Will this be the 450?
Oh, it's a no!
Oh no, going for the swanton, but missing.
Big swanton bomb, but nobody home, no agua en la piscina. And that might open the door just enough for Oracle to hit something big and put him away.
Don't speak Spanish, Todd. Don't speak Spanish. What is this?
Solamente un poquito. Oh my God! Reverse Rana!
Spiking 450.
On the cabeza, this is ridiculous!
Again!
No!
Twice!
Flip pile driver into the cover, that's gotta do it! No! You gotta be kidding me.
Only a 2 count, says our veteran referee, Mickey Moreno, as 450 took 2 spike Hurricane Ranas in the center of the ring and was somehow able to find the fortitude to kick out.
Mr. 450 is the last of his kind. There were damn near no more of his kind left after that.
Man, there's been 3 different times in this match that I thought he was dead, Todd Kennelly, but he breathes on, and he's still our light heavyweight champion as 450. And he keeps punching that right knee. It seems to have some pain in that right knee.
Oh, I can't imagine he's not punching himself in the head in all points of his body after this. I mean, Oracle has been going to work. What a debut by the Oracle.
He's apologizing. Oracle's apologizing to his friend, his former tag team partner.
But then he absolutely waylays him. It's like he knows what he has to do. I think deep down he probably doesn't want to, but this is his chance. This is his opportunity to wear a whole lot more gold home. And again, it's the unique type of matchup when 2 friends, 2 brothers collide.
And really asking and inviting 450 to exchange blows, wanting to know if his brother still has enough to finish this match. Strike for strike as they go. The Oracle now taking a right hand from 450.
Trying to put the other away, and that shot resonated with Oracle. He went down, the legs went out on him, he is dazed.
Dazed and confused indeed is the Oracle, as this match has been topsy-turvy, back and forth like a seesaw. And now both men back to the center to exchange strikes. And Oracle getting the best of it, but now a receipt from 450 answering with huge forearms.
Known for their high flying, but these are some brutal, brutal strikes. Nice counter strike. And 450 firing up. Another big side kick there by Oracle, who now picks up the pace. Oh, turned inside out with the clothesline. But the champion is exhausted as well, Christian. You listen to the crowd trying to urge these 2 on. What do they have left? They've got to be going on pure instinct.
Instincts indeed, as now Oracle and 450 both on their backs staring at the ceiling here in the Oak Street Gym in Torrance, California for PCW's Clear the Way. And our co-main event may be coming to an end. How much do these guys have left?
Another double count because these 2 have completely taken each other to the limit and beyond.
And as I alluded to earlier, it looks like 450 has a limp. That right knee really giving him a lot of problems ever since earlier in the match. 450 now to the outside. Ooh.
That was looking pretty good there. And now you see a future flash on the money. Springing DDT, one of his primary weapons.
Cover.
Champion to retain? No, not yet.
And a 2 count only. And the heart of Oracle to be able to come in here on his debut, to be able to contend with a champion like Mr. 450. These fans will not soon forget the name of the Oracle. Incredible action here.
I'm exhausted just calling this, Christian Cole. What do you think the bodies of these 2 are going through? I mean, Gorilla Monsoon said adrenaline could do wonders. We're seeing that here.
Certainly it can. I don't know if these guys are in too much pain because of what you alluded to, the adrenaline. But look at as he shakes off that leg. That right knee really bothering 450. Will he be able to climb the ropes, and will he be able to get the spring off that top rope to execute his 450 with what looks like a busted knee?
Oracle has been able to counter before, but he is sprawled out on the mat. Oracle trying to get back to his feet for another desperation counter, and he hits it again. I just don't think
just doesn't have the speed to get up with that right knee hurting.
Yep, took the words right out of my mouth, Christian. Excellent call there.
Not able to get in position, and now Oracle, what's he setting up here, Todd?
And how frustrating is that? It's the one thing 450 needs is to get up there to hit the 450, and he hasn't been able to do it. At what point do you change your game plan? And you're right, what does Oracle have in store?
Now battling on the corners. These two brothers are now warriors going at it. The precarious position for both men.
Well, whoever hits pay dirt here, this could be really the beginning of the end. And both down now, what a struggle.
Oh my God, huge forearm, oh wow. Oh, look at his knee. He can't get it up.
Does he have enough spring?
Will he do it? Will that right knee give?
He's balancing, hits it, 450, and he strikes with the knees as well. Into the cover. 450 does it, by God he did it.
Incredible, incredible action, Todd.
Your winner of the match, and still PCW Light Heavyweight Champion, Mr. 450.
And it will be Mr. 450 that leaves PCW's Clear the Way, retaining his Light Heavyweight Championship in an incredible action against his best friend, the Oracle, getting the victory. But this isn't the end of the story, because earlier tonight, we saw that Hammerstone will move on to face Mr. 450, and that will be an incredible match.
And is there going to be anything left of 450? What a match, what a struggle. I mean, we've been around a long time, Christian Cole. It's not often that we see some in that ring that we haven't seen before. But we could say that a whole lot of times here tonight. What a battle and what a debut for the Oracle. But just came up short. But man, he's got nothing to be ashamed of.
Certainly the Oracle can leave here if he's ever able to stand up with his head held high, because he proved to these PCW fans that he belongs here in an incredible war against 450.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again.
And now 450 having to look at Hammerstone, and Hammerstone looking back, the cocky youngster looking back at 450 with disdain. 450 still reeling from that knee injury, as you can see, shaking it off. Todd Kennelly, how was he able to get that 450 pulled off?
It was incredible. He wouldn't give up on it. He kept going back. He took advantage of both men being in a precarious position. And listen to this, true respect. The fans know that they witnessed something special here tonight. Oracle's frustrated. Who could blame him?
What is this?
There's some true respect there. My goodness, what class.
And we knew it coming in that these two dudes were warriors. And now we are certain of that fact. And we are certain that they are both class acts. As all the love in the middle of the ring, and every fan here in PCW on their feet to show respect.